Hello everybody, my name is Ereo, and welcome back to another video on Let's Play World. This is episode number 20, and in this video, I wanted to get some things done with the Nether and all that. I mean, the last two episodes were basically focusing in Nether, but real quick while it's sunset out, I need to sleep. But some of you guys may have noticed my new appearance. Now, why do I have a new appearance? Well, it's something that I think is definitely going to be a nice change. I don't know why. The slime skin or I don't know what it exactly is. I just found it whenever I was young guy, and I stuck with it for such a long time, and to be honest, I'm not liking it as much anymore. So I'm changing up. So I'll give you guys a better explanation later, but for now, this is kind of how it's going to be, and get used to it. I'm not going back, and since I'm still a small channel, it probably doesn't matter. So let's kind of get back into it. So there's the Nether. Last episode I worked on the happy gas. You could see that I have 2 happy gas there, and then another 2 in the Nether. I'll show you guys right over here, which is down the stairwell. Go down the stairwell, and then you'll see right here 2 gas. There's one right here and one right here, and they're staying right where they need to be. So this is what I call the gas dock, where I could start exploring in Nether everywhere. So I think that's going to be pretty nice here. So, and then this portal right here is where the gas will come through. I think I need to make it bigger for them coming back out, but whenever this is for more gas to come in to occupy these other 4 area. So yeah, but first things first, before I go and do any of that stuff, there's these Nether halls right here, and what I've noticed is that these are just netherrack, and it's not right. So what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing is making tunnels on each side. Now the issue is that this area right here, I'm trying to figure out a way to or a certain way of how big should I make this area, because I want to have a tunnel each direction, basically like these. I already have it in 2. So what I'm trying to think is maybe go about 5 more blocks out from here, or however much that seems right, and then do that every direction. So from this portal, this is going to be the main portal. This is basically, it's not 0, 0. This is 0, 0 over here. But what I'm about to say is the 0, 0 for this hub is going to be right here, right where I'm at, right there. So it's going to be like, I don't know, 20, 30 blocks. And it's just going to be a big room, and then it's going to access the Nether roof up here as well. So with that, I'm going to, I think, do a little quick time lapse of expanding this little Nether hub to a nice square, and we'll go on from there. And there we go. We now have this entire kind of general area all nice and mined away, even up to the top bedrock, so it kind of gives a little bit of depth. Well, this is kind of an unsure thing. Of course I'm going to be making a access to the Nether roof. It's just how shall I do it, because maybe I'm like, oh, what if I found a perfect spot on all 4 corners that made it like all symmetrical? But in reality, this is so random that I'm not even sure if that's even possible. So right now I'm Just trying to figure it out, like, oh, should I just do like a glass fading effect with the bedrock and just have it go kind of normal, or something else? But here you could, but that's just for a later time until I could figure that out. But in the meantime, I did figure out the walls. So there's going to be a post every 5. It's of course not going to be there. It's going to be 1 block out that way. And then here, the 3 on each side. Here, I'm going to be making a little small room so you could go down here. Probably just a quick small room and have it kind of point inward here, because the post is going to be, if I were to do 5 blocks here, the post would be in the middle. I mean, I could in theory have a door there or something there, but I'm like, I'll just do something else. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But first, I need to do something, because now gas spawn. Now gas spawn in here. But actually, now gas spawn in here, so I need to figure this stuff out soon. Like, I probably need to get a slab or something here, you know. But other than that, I need to get a okay amount of deep slate, because 2 of the corners are going to be deep slate, and then the floor, I think it's going to be polished tough, like how it is right here on this landing right there. So it can kind of be keep with the same style, if that makes sense. And then the walls, I think, are going to become pale oak trapdoor, so that's going to be pretty expensive, so I need to go to a pale oak forest for that stuff. And actually, it should still be fine. I'm just thinking on how it should look. But other than that, I think I'm going to need to do a bit of mining, which in turn brings me back out to the overworld, because out over here I have this huge pit right here that I need to expand. So I think what I'm going to be doing is move this beacon downward. Of course, I'm going to have to mend up my pickaxes, or pickaxe, because the fortune one I could only use on deep slate. So yeah, make this go downward, and I could already see tough there, so it shouldn't be too long. And then some deep slate, and so on and so forth, and then should be, I'm not sure if I'm going to go down all the way. We'll see. So yeah, I guess without further ado, we'll do this time lapse of mining down, and then I'll demonstrate on how I'm going to design this. Actually, I mean, I did get all the resources that I need. Now, I didn't need to mine down all the way, so there wasn't really a time lapse for that, but I substituted it with the time lapse for the Pale Garden. So, I mean, you guys probably already saw that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so all I really needed was the underground portion, and apparently there's that chicken still there. Go in there. Yeah, thank you. So the plan is that I'm going to be putting these so I think I need to mine down, because these 3 blocks are going to be the tough, what is it, polished tough slab. That's kind of the design I'm going with. It's a darker color, I'd say. And then what I'll do, I'll just do kind of the entrance. But let's go out to there with all 3 of these. I wish you could mine the top side of the slab. I know in creative, Axiom does let you do it in creative, but not in survival. So with this, so at the edge here, starts off with that, and I strip these, and then what I'll do is I use these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need to get that in a good spot. That there, yeah. do that there. 3, 4, and let's move that right there. Bingo. And then the reason why I got pale oak is for this wall. So eventually there will be lights underneath. It's just right now I don't have any of that. So yeah, so there's that. And then the roof is going to be basically that reflected on top. So let me do this on the other side as well. And I'll just mine out that direction. And also this should, the reason why I decided to design it like this specifically was to prevent mob spawning. I think I may have said this already, but it's a way better design compared to what it was. Because, I mean, it gives me more room with the slabs, and I'll be able to fly easier. So, hopefully, don't need it. Yeah, there we go. And then eventually, there'll probably just be a set of lights behind here. I just need to see at some point. And then the ceiling will go banded like this for now. Let's just go like that. And working with slabs is way better than working with slabs over a full block. Saves a lot more room. And yeah, I think it's gonna look pretty nice. I could, in theory, go with a different design each direction, but I'm still not 100% sure. So this is kind of the general design. This repeat basically out to the very end. And of course, whenever it turns, it just goes into the 2-block wide. Or I could turn it into a 4-block, but I'll just do a 2-block because it makes sense. I'm not going to be doing an ice boat road. I think that would go on an actual roof of the Nether, I think, in my opinion. But only time will tell. So yeah. So without further ado, let me do this time lapse of making this tunnel super nicely. So yeah. There we go. We now have this entire, or not the entire thing, the main part of the Nether hub. So basically the main portal right here, as it says right here, home portal. I hope you guys see that, because I mean, some dark colors don't do the best on recording, but this is the main portal. So there's a few things that I've done well that I did not anticipate. This actually looks better than what I originally had planned. You guys may have saw that on a time lapse, but it was basically this wall right here extended to here, but it was just like the 2 trapdoors that stare right up here, and then instead of it being a deep slate tile right here, it's a it was just deep slate tiles right here. And then right up here, I decided to just do polished deep tough bricks. Now I'm not sure if I want to keep that, because there's the regular stone bricks down here and the polished tough right here. So I'm not sure what I'm exactly going to do. Maybe I could do that glass effect on the roof, but for now I think I'm pretty satisfied with this right here. So as I said, I didn't complete this all the way. You might be able to see right here that doesn't go down all the way. I used a lot of resources doing this, so especially on that other end. I'll show you guys that later, but basically got it out to here to at least get this first one handled, and I did figure out how I'm gonna make it look, and since it's even in the middle, all I was able to do is just put 2 pillars right here and here, so it looks pretty normal, I'd say. And then out on this side, pretty much the exact same thing. Now, I'm not sure about if I want to continue with this style, but for now, this is a good temporary, 100%. And then, of course, this goes 2 blocks wide, and this time, that goes to my Legacy Let's Play portal. So yeah, that actually is super nice right here. So other than that, I mean, I have one other thing planned for this episode, which I need to double check and see which portal it was again. Their spawn, oh, where I just came from. Or, well, I need to go to my main portal because I need to go down over to the pit where I need to grab some cobblestone. So, let's see. I want to clear up my inventory first. Oh, this is where I got some while I was words, but while I was doing the main area in my hub, I had to go to the trial chamber to grab some copper bolts. So yeah, there's that. But also I am grabbing lots of things that I'm not even sure if I really should grab. So you might see right now I'm grabbing some furnaces, which actually would correspond with something I'm going to be doing right around over here. So see that little island right there? I want to make a partnering island that goes with it. So I'm just trying to think, should I do that one or shall I do that one? Because this one, like, I'm trying to make sure it, you know, makes sense with it. So like, should I do it like this here? Because, and just continue and have it face or there, just to, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough furnaces, or since I want to make more, and what do you call these things, that interactables? So like you could open chests or go into a crafting table menu or go into a furnace UI, because I'm going to need to do also blast furnace. I need to do smoker. I'm going to need a smithing table. So I'm just trying to think, should I go by the frequency used, or should I just make 2 islands of furnaces? So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. On second thought, I think I'm just going to do both islands as furnaces, because it's a pretty well used item, and I think that would work pretty amazingly. So I'm going to clear out this island here. Simple as that, and try and find which way is north. North. So I have to do it like that. Hey, that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, without me saying so much, I'm just gonna do a time lapse right now. So I'll see you guys after this time lapse. There we go. We now have both islands with the furnace covered. Oh man, kind of sounds weird whenever I say it, but yeah, these islands are now covered, and They didn't really use as much as I thought. Now I have 3.5 stacks of extra furnaces on me, which I do not know what to do. So that's kind of where my issue comes in at the very moment, is what am I going to do with the rest of the furnaces? Use it for blast furnaces or smokers? That's probably what it is, to be honest. So, I mean, that's something there. There's this one here. This one was super easy to get. And also, as I said before the time lapse, they're facing north because, I mean, it makes sense because north is should be the default coordinate where everything faced, where the facing should be. I didn't want it to look off where it's just zigzag everywhere. So I'm like, okay, just have it face the same direction. And of course, same for this one. So it's a bigger island, took a slightly bit longer, which I had to get more resources for, and this is how I got 3.5 stacks of extra furnaces. So yeah, this is I can't believe I do this stuff. Cover islands with just whatever interactable block there is, you know? Like I look at it and I see furnace here. Now, at some point in the future, of course, not now, is probably turn this island right here, probably these two right here, into smithing tables. And then there's probably going to be another island somewhere else that I'm going to have to convert into, like, smokers and blast furnaces and even fletching tables, even though it's not, even though fletching tables aren't interactable, they're technically a workbench block from a villager. So, I'm not sure what to do with that, the fletching table. I actually do hope that one day the fletching table does get a use. It's just right now, no use. This is vanilla. Maybe a mod does it, but I'm not adding a mod. So, yeah, that's about it for that. You know, just having more silly structures on this world, you know. So yeah, I mean, I've done, I think, a pretty good amount today, or on this episode, because I mean, I did my Nether hub, and also I did those furnace things, which actually was pretty quick. So I mean, yeah, that's all good. Rabbit head. Let me just take that right there. That's funny. But yeah, so I mean, without further ado, this is the end of the video. If you guys liked it, if you did, hit the like button. If you guys didn't, hit the dislike. Doesn't hurt me. It just helps me learn what I need to build or need to grow from. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Let's Play or Fractured or anything else. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.